Alright guys, for this week's video we want to show you our latest purchases that we got here. We actually bought these right before we went to the Tennessee Grand Design Owners Rally. Actually ended up, I think we only used it once while we were up there because they ended up feeding us so well up there. But I already had a Blackstone. If you go back and look at some of our previous videos, you'll see where we bought the Blackstone, and we actually built a table and everything to put it out here by the house. It was one of the, what they call the, I think Adventure Ready or something like that. So we did take it with us camping a lot, but I didn't have a table with it, and we just kind of set it in the back of the truck and took it that way. So I love the Blackstone so much I bought another one. This one is the 22-inch Adventure Ready, and it actually comes with the stand and table. It's got like a little side area to it, and our camper comes with, and I think most of them do nowadays, comes with a quick connect, and so that you can hook up instead of having to carry a different propane tank to hook this up to, or you know, the Adventure Ready actually even uses the little bitty, I think they're one of the 1 pound or 2 pound canisters that you can attach to it too. But generally when we go, we're going to use this outside. We're using it with the camper, so I thought, why not go ahead and get the hose, and so that we can just hook it straight up and right off the propane tanks off the camper instead of having to carry different propane. So stay tuned. We're going to show you what all we did here, how to hook it up, and I'll show us getting this thing out of the bag, putting it together, so you can kind of take a look at it for yourself. So like I mentioned earlier, our camper here, which is a 2250 RK Grand Design Imagine, it does have the quick connect. Now, it's not the easiest thing to get to. That's the problem. So what I did is it's actually right back up in here, and like I say, you can't even see it on camera. I'll have to put the camera up and under so you can see it, but it's a little hard to reach. So what I did was, when I bought the hose for the new grill to hook it up to the camper, I bought this little Y adapter. And so where the connector is under there, I can actually put this on there, and then it gives me a downward tilt, so it makes it a whole lot easier to reach, so I can hook up the grill later, the hose to the grill. And so I'll show you how we put this on. Super simple, and it does have a Y because we are looking at maybe getting a fire pit, a gas fire pit, because especially when we get some campgrounds we go to, they don't allow fire pits, especially like Fort Wilderness down at Disney World. And so with the propane fire pit, we could use it down there because it's not going to let sparks out and catch anything on fire. And so that's the nice thing about this, is not only does it make it easier so I can hook the hose up, but later on if I do want to hook the fire pit up to it, it does give me the Y to be able to do that. But for this, I really bought it just to give me the angle. So let me show you how we hook this up. Okay, so right here is the connection point. I'm actually doing all this by feel because when I'm down on my butt here sitting on the concrete, I actually can't see this without tucking my head up and under there, so I'm actually doing it all by feel, but it's really nice. You notice I do have a cutoff right here, and so just pull the little plug out right here. Here's your quick connect, and so it is just as simple as taking this, slide it right up in there, and this doesn't weigh very much. I know you don't want a lot of weight on this thing, especially bouncing down the road, but to me, I don't think there's going to be a problem just leaving this on here all the time. But see, now it gives me this downward angle here, so it's real easy. It's a whole lot easier to reach this than trying to plug in the hose into this. And so now when I go to plug that other hose in, I don't even have to get down on my hands and knees or anything. I can just bend over, reach under here, pop the hose in, and then I'm ready to go. And I'll show you hooking that up here in a little bit. But it's nice. It does have a gas valve, so you can turn this on and off. So I do leave that off, especially when we're traveling or when we're not using the grill or anything like that. And when we're going down the road, I will take the little yellow thing and plug it back in there just to keep dirt from getting up and under the quick connect there. But to me, that makes it a whole lot easier accessible to hook up the hose. And this wasn't very expensive right here, this little brass Y. So Alright guys, I got this set up here on the table here so we can unbox it for you, kind of show you how it packages up in here. It does come with this neat carrying case, which I like. Our camper now doesn't have a whole lot of storage up and under it, and so I just simply throw this in the back of the truck bed whenever we're going down the road. But I like that I could bundle it all up in here. Now the downside is this thing is heavy. I mean it's really heavy when you get it all in here. It's got the stand, the grill and everything in here, and this is the 22-inch, which makes it the bigger model. So you know, just be warned, it is heavy once you box it all up in here and put it in this bag together. You know, individually when you take it out to put it together, it's very manageable because every piece comes out individually, but just know that. But I just kind of like it because it keeps everything together. I ain't got to worry about, do I have all the pieces and all that. And so it actually kind of fits in here as it would stack up. So here's your little side shelf, and then of course here's the actual grill, here's the burner assembly, and then the little table and stand is right here underneath it. So it kind of all goes in there nice together. Now the bad thing is it's reversed when you go to take it out and set it up. So I actually have to take this out, set it off so I can get the stand out, get the stand set up, but not that big a deal. So now once we get those pieces out of the way, very easy to get to the stand. The stand just folds up, and so it's really easy to pop that up. It clicks right into place. Pull a pin on the back side, so whenever you go to take it down later, but it does click into place, which I like, so you don't have to worry about do you really have it all the way in there or not. And then I like to go ahead and open the legs up before I actually set it down. As long as you're on level ground, that works. You know, if you wasn't on level ground, you probably still have to adjust it a little bit, but for me it's just easier to go ahead and do it while I'm right here. And that's literally all there is to it. We'll take it out here in the yard and set it up. Now my ground's a little bit off here, so I can adjust this leg out just a little bit. Now we're good, nice and level. I also like the little Blackstone emblem on the front here. I think that's a nice little touch that they did to the stand, having that cut in there with the background color in there. Alright, this piece right here is very light. It's just the burner assembly, and it just simply fits down in these holes. Now this stand is for the 22-inch or the 17-inch model, and so that's the reason why you got the two sets of holes here, but just the feet just slip right down in it. That way it locks it right down into place. Then we take this piece, again, got holes right here. Just simply lock it right in the holes on each side. Good to go. I actually put this right in there so I don't lose it, and then you simply connect this to the back somehow. How does that thing hang on there? How do I do that? Oh, there it is. It actually hangs in a different place than my other one. My other one hangs up here off of this. This one has a different slot for it down here, so my bad. I had to find the hole. So anyways, but that goes in there, and I do use the little trays, little tin trays that you can buy. They're pretty cheap, and then that way I don't have any mess. I get done cooking, throw that away. It's nice and clean to put back in there. And then you have the nice little side table here, side shelf, however you want to call it. It's already got the screws pre-installed. You just set it right down in there, locks right down into place. So easy peasy. Okay, guys, when you order the when you order the 22-inch travel ready or venture ready, I'll get that right. It does come with this hose, which is to hook it up to a 20-pound propane tank. Notice it does have the little connector here to go on the side of the grill. I'll show you where that goes in a minute. You also get this little adapter, which again is for the little bitty, I think it's 1 pound, those little screw-on tanks that you can use. But what we decided to do, again, since we just didn't want to carry propane, since we're using it exclusive for our camper, is I bought this hose attachment, got it off Amazon, and it comes with this little adapter which goes on the Blackstone grill. You need this so it adjusts the flame right, so the flame's not too big or too low, and so that kind of gives you it's kind of like a built-in regulator there, which is kind of like what's on this right here. But I went ahead and got this was the how long was this hose? 25-foot hose. I think they had it in a 15-foot and a 25-foot, and honestly they was only like about a $4 difference between the two. I felt like the 25 is a little long, to be honest, but I didn't want to get the 15 and then get into a campsite to where I wanted to move the grill to the back or maybe to the front and not have enough hose. So I figured, you know, for $4 or $5 difference, I'm just going to go ahead and get the 25-footer. So that's what I did. The neat thing about it is it does have a cutoff valve, so you can turn the gas off of it, which goes right up here next to the grill. So I really have two cutoffs. I've got the one I showed you up and underneath the camper, and I've got another one up here at the grill. And I would have thought hooking up a 25-foot hose each time it would have took a little bit to get gas to the grill when you go to light it, but it really doesn't. It lights really quick. And so I'll show you how this all goes on here, and then I'll show you where we hook it back up and under the camper. Alright guys, so I got the hose laid out here. I do keep this little rubber thing on here just to protect that a little bit. It comes with the grill. But we take that off, we screw a little elbow in here. This is the quick connect that'll go up into the camper. This is the quick connect that'll go on here. And so you simply just take this right here, screw it on, and you can adjust the angle here however you need it to. I mean, it's really that simple. Just screws right on there. And then we'll take this into the hose and then just pop it right on here. Just like that. I do leave that valve closed until I'm ready to cook with it. And then we'll just stretch our hose on out here. Like I say, we're actually set up back here at the back side of the camper right here in the yard. But now I've got plenty of hose to reach all the way up there to the quick connect on the camper to hook it up. And so generally, you know, we'd put this under the awning, but I'm a little tight here next to the house. There's not a lot of room to work in there, so I'm doing it out here, plus a little bit more light out here. But generally I'd set it up right up under the awning. But it's nice to have the flexibility with the extra long hose. If we had a fire pit at a campground back here and we wanted to be back here cooking while people's hanging out around the fire pit or whatever, we can do that because we can easily move this around. And so now all we got to do is come back up here into this connection under the camper. Simply push that back, slide your hose in, make sure it's locked on there, good and locked on there, and then we can go ahead and turn our gas on right here. Simple as that. Now, whenever you get ready to break camp down, start packing everything up, literally all you have to do is come back up in here, find that little valve, which I always have a hard time finding, turn it back off, that way it cuts your gas off, simply unplug that, and then like I say, I just like to tuck this thing back in there just to keep dirt out, especially, you know, driving down the road or whatever, just tuck that back in there. And like I say, I'm leaving that on there. I don't feel like it's heavy enough to cause a problem. And so we just leave that on there when we're driving down the road. Simple as that, guys. Alright guys, I hope that gives you a little bit of insight here to what we had, what we bought. And maybe if you've been looking at one, maybe this will answer some questions on whether or not it's right fit for you or not. Like I said, I did get the big one. Weight wise, after doing it, maybe I would have been better off getting the 17. It might have been a little lighter, but I just like the 22-inch, so I went ahead and went with it, even though it is a little bit heavier. So that'll do it for this week. Again, we're trying to get back on schedule. doing our new videos every week, coming out Sunday at 6 p.m. Make sure you subscribe, check us out. And I do need to tell you guys, we are finally got the affiliate links with Amazon. And so what that does is when I put these links down below of where I purchased the hose and the quick connect, the wire adapter, the grill, anything like that, if you do find that this video helps you and you want to purchase any of these products, I'll have the links below, which I've always done the links below. But now when you go to Amazon, since we are affiliate members there, we do get a little bit of percentage off the sale of that. So I just want to be upfront and honest with that. It doesn't cost you a penny more. I always try to find the cheapest links so to get you the best buys. All it does is if you feel motivated to buy because you're watching our video, they give us a little small percentage back. Again, it's not a big deal to us whether you buy or not. That's not us. We're not pushy. We're not trying to tell you to buy this. We actually hope this will, doing these videos, especially on these product reviews, will help you decide whether it's right for you or not. And if it's not, I'm glad you saw the video and you didn't buy it. So anyways, but I just want to make that disclaimer so that we always want to be transparent with you guys and don't want to be misleading. So I just want to make sure that you do know that we are affiliated with Amazon now. They don't send us any of these products for free or anything like that. I paid full price for all of these. The only thing it does is gives us a little bit back if you do click on the link and buy it. So again, hope you check back. Again, we're still we are still looking at possibly doing some upgrades. Maybe upgrading the camper, maybe upgrading the truck. We just got to wait for some ordering periods to open up there. We've been talking about all those. Our biggest concern right now, as you can kind of see behind me, the camper we got, it's really tight in here. And so our biggest concern right now is, can we get a fifth wheel back in here behind the house? If not, then that means we either got to find someplace else to store the camper, or we got to find another house. And it's kind of a seller's market out there right now. So it's probably not it's a great time to sell this one, not a great time to buy. So some things we're looking at. We got to weigh out everything and just see what's best option for us. But I hope you continue tuning in. We do have some trips planned in the RV coming up soon and throughout the rest of the year, so I hope you tune in for all that and kind of see where our adventures take us. So tune in each week. Thank you. Too close. Crowding my space. You ready?
Excuse me.
Camera's right there.